What is going on, everyone? Commodore Lassie today brings us my live reaction to Kaguya-sama Love is War manga chapter 252. Now, the chapter has come out. We are here today on a lovely Thursday morning, ready to read the latest installment in Akasaka's masterpiece. And thankfully, it's out now instead of like later in the afternoon because I'm going to be at work and stuff. I was going to do some things, script work for future videos and all that. And I saw the link that the chapter is out. So we're going to stop everything. Akasaka deserves my time. And that time is now. Especially coming off the events of last week, because now that we have Mikado's actual involvement in the final arc in terms of what his plan is going to be to save Kaguya, which I personally prefer the fact that he is going to be this ally / rival rather than a straight up villain, because I think it would have been very cliche to say that would happen, that he's just going to be an opposing factor, even though he is technically as an ally rival, but it's not like he is completely evil. Like, there's still things that we need to know in regards to what exactly happened between Mikado and Kaguya in the past. We only know little bits and parts here and there of what we saw with Maki and everything, but nothing really too much on Mikado. And I know if you follow the tale of the bamboo cutter and all that and the Princess Kaguya stuff, the fact that he's supposed to be based on the Emperor is going to give you an indicator of like what kind of role he's supposed to have in all this. But he's not going to prosper because Miyuki won. All right, simple as that. So let's see what's going to happen this week, how things are going to transition. Are we going to continue on with this? Are we going to segue to something else? We'll have to see. So, without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Chapter 252 of Kaguya-sama Love is War, man. Alright. Alright, guys. Let's go save Shinomiya. Yes, sir. See Uchika and Ishigami. Title of the chapter is Shozo Tanuma Wants to Talk. So, are we gonna calm down? We're getting, wait, hold on. We are getting some we're lowering the temperature right now in the room is what I'm hearing, because this is gonna remind me so much of like the conversations with like Nagisa and especially with Maki from before. Now grab your bro, how long it's been since seen that bike, bro. Now grab your bikes. Oh, okay. I see with Iino over here on her secretary gimmick and stuff, or basically like the she's like the head. What is the term? But like, like in Spies and stuff, like they have like that one person who's literally at the command table and stuff, and they're just keeping track of all the data and info. I know that's more or less what it is, but anyways. But shout out to Iino, providing her hard work. Mission control to ground units. It's pretty far, so you should probably take a taxi. Poor Baikun. She's right. Don't we have 1 billion yen? I mean, yeah, but you don't want to be wasting just because of the taxi. I mean, you try to save every penny you need because we're going to war, man. I see the hospital thing and I just think Gan'an and then I think Kaguya and I'm sad. President, your first order of business is to have a discussion with Shinomiya Senpai's father. Yeah. One way or another, I need to convince him to make the choice that ultimately leads to his daughter's happiness. Oh, man. Oh, boy. This is not going to be pretty, is it? I really thought we were going to get some kind of like normal transition thing, but nah, this is... no. Oh, no, yeah. The emotions right now are just completely flipped inside of me. I've already made arrangements with Shinomiya Senpai's brother, so you should be able to get through without checking in first. So I have to be talking about Unyo. By the way, quick question for you, but how exactly are you planning to convince her father? And he looked, not I wouldn't say stumped, but it's like, when you get asked those kind of questions in the midst of what's going down, you gotta stop and think about what you're about to say, because if it ain't proper, then you're gonna have problems after, man. Shinomiya's rocky relationship with her father largely stems from their lack of proper communication. Ever since she was a baby, he's always had someone else take care of her, so I'm sure he feels at least a bit guilty for not doing anything as her father, for her as a father. Kaguya is also an illegitimate child, which again, going back to the mom and everything in the red light district, not to mention. Well, that's probably the angle I'd approach it from. Let's see. Oh, and one more question before you go, but Oh, bro, no way he hired these people. Yo, somebody go protect Iino. Look, Ishigami, I understand you want to be part of the survey crew and stuff, but for God's sake, go take care of your woman, because I don't know what in the hell are we doing here, man. These dude, bro, the guy on the left here looks like he's from the Way of the House Husband. If you've seen that series with the Yakuza doing everything, the Otakuza, bro, like, who exactly are the two scary looking goons standing beside me right now? She is shivering, bro. Nah, man, come on. Don't worry about them. They're a couple of my acquaintances. Trust me, they're experts in their field. What field is that? Yo, my man using the money already for. Nah, bro, you need to find better people. Like, this is. Oh my god, yo, something, bro. I swear to God, man. Miyuki is just something else. Like, you give the guy 1 billion yen, and he's just going out here getting like Goro Majima's like grunts from like Yakuza. Like, they might look a bit rough, but don't worry, they're both professionals, so you can trust them to do a good job. You've got snacks. Don't mind if I do. You say that, but from what I can see, they're not exactly acting like professionals. Oi, watch yourself, Tetsu. And one of them just completely just like smacks the life out of his boy. He got the glasses off too. This job was a direct request from the boss girl. Sure, they might just be brats, but if we slack here, we ain't getting off easy later. But look at her, she's like shaking completely. Nah, bro, no, send Ishigami there. Ishigami can handle it. I know he can. I mean, well, he probably can, but nah, protect your woman, man. Please, come back as soon as you can, okay? Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. No, you're not the one I'm worried about right now. Oh, man, classic Akasaka. I love how this is an author that you want to make things as serious as possible about what's going on right now in terms of trying to save Kaguya. And then you just have to remind yourself as well that this is a rom-com. Yes, there's the romance, you're going to get the serious parts after, but then also you have to remember the fundamentals of the funny that is the comedy. It's just like, dude, he never misses. Oh, yeah, here he goes. Here he is, man. Dr. Tanuma. Oh, hey, it looks like you came. Dr. Tanuma. Oh, he's about to relay some crazy, because he's the one that wants to talk, so he's going to have to relay something crazy for sure. Because again, this is a guy who took care of Kaguya's mom before she met her end, and then the same thing with Kaguya afterwards. He probably knows some details. Like, if there's one thing about doctors, and going back to like Tokyo Ghoul and stuff and everything, but like, doctors know some stuff. So we're going to find out something. I've been employed as a Ishigami's private doctor for quite a while now, so naturally I've come to know quite a bit about the family. Of course, that includes Kaguya-kun's mother too. Here, let me tell you a story. Oh boy. Nayotake Shinomiya was a lady of the night, to put it nicely. Oh god. Yeah, you have to play it safe there, because, man, you don't want to slander the woman that brought Kaguya into this world, even if her profession isn't something that people in this day and age probably don't respect, but that's still Kaguya's mom, man. That said, she wasn't just your average hostess club worker. She was much more than that. Just getting her as your server for the night would easily run you over 1 million yen. I mean, listen, if she was in the Yakuza during the time when Majima was taking care of the cabarets and everything, like, look, not only would she have the protection of my boy Majima, but she would be making bank. So it's a cruel world that their dimensions never came together. If she had chosen a different career path, she easily could have been an idol or an actress. In any case, she was a real beauty. Nobody could deny that. And I find that pretty crazy that you threw in the idol part and stuff in the actress because of the fact that Oshinoko is ongoing, but, you know, don't want to forget that. On the surface, she seemed like the ideal woman. Cultured, educated, caring. She was everything you could have asked for. But hidden beneath that surface was a sly and cunning side. You could say that Gan'an-san fell victim to that side of her. we're about to flip the script and she's not going to be who she is. If you're telling me that I'm going to feel different on Gan'an and Nayotake and flip the roles in the same chapter, I'm going to be sick. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not going to be able to think straight for the next couple days if this is something you're about to do, Akasaka. From what I've said so far, she might sound like the perfect woman. But unfortunately... Oh, not the unfortunately. Not the unfortunately. Oh, no. Turn the page. She was... Oh, I thought we were going to do some crazy, like, Nayotake was evil. No. She was also cursed with a hereditary heart disease. One night while she was serving Gan'an-san, she had a heart attack. He barged into the hospital, dripping with sweat, screaming, "Please, she can have my heart if she needs it. Just save her." Okay, so the cunning and slyness is just how we know, like, Kaguya's personality, how she can get at times here and there because she takes it from the mom. But that's the thing. It's just not like there's no evil, nothing. It's just, oh, the heart disease. But then, oh, please don't tell me that's going to be something that it's engraved to the kid because, oh my God, that is going to make life so much harder. Oh no. Oh, Akasaka. This is what I hate about this author sometimes. You can write some greatness, you can do some amazing things, but then I'm reminded afterwards that you can't trust an author sometimes because they'll just throw you into the sunken place, man. He was so distraught, he had completely lost all reason. But from that, I could tell that he truly cared about her. After that, she apparently left her job and moved back to her parents' home in order to recover. The next time she appeared in front of Gan'an-san, she was pregnant with Kaguya-kun. Oh, man. She already had the goat in her belly, man. And from what I've heard, Gan'an-san's associates all tried to chase her away. Well, yeah, then you'd have to pull a Cosmic Kiryu and bury the entire Tojo clan if that's what would have happened. After all, wealthy families would get women like that all the time. They pull up with a child, say it's yours, and ask the family to take them in. It was a common trick. In most cases, a quick DNA test would make it clear that the child wasn't related. Oh, that's it. Wait, hold on. Before, listen, I'm gonna fight this author so badly. This is a sick human being. You put that text bubble there. What is that? What is that advertisement you have there on the side? Hey, it's me. Be careful of scammers. All right, like, no, that's sickening. That is absolutely sickening. Pay attention to the fine detail when an author draws something in there because there's nothing but evil in their hearts. But Gan'an-san vehemently declared that the child was his and refused any further testing, accepted the two into the family and refused any further testing. I'm sure that was just his way of showing his love, but as a result, Nayotake-kun was forever considered to be a deceptive vixen by everyone around her. So yeah, that was just the perception that the Shinomiya family had upon her, and then Gan'an was just like, nah, bro, you're not going to disrespect her. Even if the circumstances of how they got together and all that, and the ages and stuff or whatever, it's still, but, oh, man, this would eventually extend to Kaguya-kun being ostracized by the Shinomiya family as well. Later, despite my best efforts, Nayotake-kun passed away shortly after giving birth to Kaguya-kun. And after her death, Gan'an-san became a shell of his former self. If only she had still been alive, then perhaps he wouldn't have fallen sick either. But every time he sees his daughter's face, he's probably reminded of what happened back then. Oh, man. See, I knew eventually you're going to have to do something like this to feel pity, but at the same time, I have to understand that even if circumstances, like, this is running so much of Umineko, and I'm not going to dive into those reasons, but in the case for Gan'an, obviously, how things came to be were messed up, but you know that it had an effect on him, and it's like you can't even look at your kid's face knowing that you're a woman who shares those same traits, the similarities and facial appearances and all that is right there, and it's like you couldn't have done anything. But then it's like a hereditary heart disease. You can't, like, what can you do, man? That's something that's like within. That's like there's so much you can only do, man. And for sure, that guilt had to like ate him alive, which is now, presented the condition that he's in at the moment. Doesn't matter. Oh, bro, no, we're only gonna Miyuki masterclass. Oh, we're only gonna Miyuki masterclass. The man said it doesn't matter. How does any of that matter at all? Shinomiya had already lost her mother. How could he deny her a father as well? Oh, no, talk. He had always been there, and Shinomiya had been waiting for him the whole time. During the athletic festival, during the parent-teacher conferences, even back during the cultural festival, bro, he knows, he paid attention, he was aware, and guess who was there the entire time? For Gan'an and Nayotake's daughter, bro. It's the future husband right there for the goats. The other goats. And all those times, she had always looked like she was looking for someone. If my man says, but you know what? I'm here. If he drop a I'm here, listen, Miyuki might go top 1. Miyuki could go top 1. Look, Ishigami's character arc is still one of the best things I've ever experienced. But if we're talking full circle, we're talking from day 1 to where I am right now, the establishment of a GOAT. You put that guy in the developmental system, you don't put him out on loan because you saw something special in him. You throw all the traits, you pat the shoulder, you put the arm around, and you see the boy grow into a man. That's Miyuki Shirogane. If I see him say, but I stood here, I am here. I need that right now, Miyuki. Talk. All those times she'd always looked like she was looking for someone. Yeah, you have to pull me back. You have to pull me back. Is that so? So you, no matter how much pain she would have had to endure, she was fully prepared to protect her family above all else. Shinomiya is... Oh! Oh, no, you gotta talk to him now. I don't care if you're on death row, and he's gonna understand, he's probably gonna repent, but still, man, hold your guard. Let that man know that you mean business, you mean war. Love, bro, love is war. This is a battlefield love. Prove that man right now that you're gonna watch bald people, that you're gonna watch Mikado, even if it's an ally rival. You're not gonna let anyone prosper. That's your woman. Oh, pipe down, Willia. Yeah, remember the cane he's about to whip him to. I know he needs it to stand up for something, but let's be honest, man. Most fathers, if they got a cane, you know you're about to get the head beat in, bro. Yapping on and on about the Shinomiya, this Shinomiya, that. Can't you see we're in a hospital? Gan'an-san, you need to be back in bed. Oh, I'll be fine. I'm feeling pretty good today. Oh, man. Yeah, you say that, but you're probably going to be at your end. If he's overexerting himself right now to hear out Miyuki, you know that he's probably going to say Miyuki might be the one. But you got to really put on a man of the match, man of the week, like whatever, man. You got whatever performance you need. You need it right now, man. Now then, kid, you've got something to say, don't you? Come in. Oh my god. I need the next chapter! Is her happiness reason enough to convince him? Next time, how does he really feel? Oh no. Listen. Next chapter. We're talking character moments right now. Look. Miyuki has a Hall of Fame moment waiting for him next week. If he could convince Gan'an that he is the one that must be entrusted with Kaguya's future, love, happiness, all that, we're going to get one of the best one-on-one shoot promos against two individuals next week. And I am flipping here for it, man. Oh my god. Yo, hold on. First and foremost, we have to go back on the chapter itself, because the comedy obviously kicked in with the stuff that's going on right now with like Iino and Chika and Ishigami and all that. The odds of people, for the love of God, like, Ishigami, please go back to the room right now and take care of your girl, because I can't trust the way of the house husband characters taking care of things from here. But anyways, the transition though, now to the hospital and everything, and of course you're talking about Tanuma and stuff, which again, if you're gonna get him, then you're gonna get something very critical and all that. And it's clear as day though, Nayotake basically is like Kaguya. Let's be honest here, okay? Little parts of what we see of the personality of Kaguya is taken from the likes of Nayotake. And even though underneath everything, all that, she may have the slyness, being cunning, all that and everything. And Gan'an, he saw something in there. Granted, the connection stuff and the fact of the ages and everything is still a little bit wild. But knowing that her health wasn't in the greatest condition, and then that still worries me too, because, and I speak this for someone who has experiences before with family and everything, is that if something like cancer or something that has a great impact on a family lineage, there's good chances, and I don't want to say good chances, but there are chances that it could fall to the next part of the family, the next, the son, the grandson, and so forth and everything. And that's kind of a concern I have now, because I really hope that doesn't fall onto Kaguya as well, because that would be, like, you want to talk tragedy, I don't know if you can go any further than doing something like that to Kaguya. Like, I wouldn't be able to recover. I don't care how phenomenal an ending of the story this could be. I could not forgive Kasaki if he did something like that. But you could clearly see, though, like, even with all the circumstances behind everything, Gan'an did truly care about Nayotake and was willing to fight the entire family to defend his girl. Like, go against him, didn't matter what. And even if people talk shit behind their back, he continued to stay by her side. And even though we didn't get the whole thing about the DNA test and stuff, but I think more or less we're going to get it that Kaguya still is going to be their daughter. Like, I think that's still going to be there. I know some people have also theorized the idea that Gan'an, or I should say Iino, could potentially be the father, because as we know, in terms of how he was the one that pretty much brought Kaguya to Tokyo and all this stuff, I know that's a running idea that some people within the community believe. I would be quite shocked, and it also depends on the age gap too between Kaguya and with Iino to make sense of that even further, because I'm pretty sure Oko, we know, is in his mid-30s. Kaguya just turned 18, so it would have to make sense that if Iino's somewhere, let's say, like, late 30s, 40s, then maybe it could be possible, but I would have to double check again just to make sure. But the other stuff in it, though, it's like Miyuki's hearing all this, and I'm pretty sure, like, it's not just him, like, just lashing out now. He understands what Nayotake meant to Gan'an, but at the same time too, it's like, because you know what was left behind in the form of Kaguya, you yourself know that you should have been there for her. She was waiting for you, and you weren't there. And what makes this even crazier is when you know what happened with Miyuki and his mom, this resonates even more, because the fact that his dad was there for him, he can't understand how a father couldn't be there for their kids, especially knowing that his mom walked out and he could have just completely shut down. His dad was there for him the entire time, keeping him going. So for him, like, he does feel that anger, that rage, all that stuff that's coming out, and laying on autonomous and just saying straight up, like, I can't understand how somebody could just walk out completely, just not give a damn whatsoever. I know you're suffering, but think about your kid who is suffering even more because you're not being there for them. And he's, like, again, this is, like, poetic and beautiful from Akasaka to tie in those things to this, to make a moment like this resonate even more. But now though, we're going to get probably one of the best moments of this arc and possibly of the series. If Miyuki can convince right now to Gan'an that he is the one, it's not even a one. Like, Miyuki in Infinity, like, he just, there's no, I don't care if Mikado has to go get Doctor Strange and figure out the possibilities, everything will come back to zero because Miyuki is just taking nothing but W's. That's all it is. And hopefully that's going to be the case next week, that we get him just going in, laying in the greatest promo on Gan'an, and then Gan'an just says, I leave her to you. But I could also see stuff like that happening and then him dying, which would then further accelerate this arc into, we got to stop Oko, we got to prevent Mikado from his plan winning out. Like, they need to get things done. So, yeah, but man, oh, this was a very, very good chapter. I would say even great to amazing, honestly. If you tie in the stuff with Miyuki's mom into why he said all of that, to further emphasize the fact that he had a father that was there for him, he can't understand why Gan'an couldn't be there for her. It would just, like, it just sends it up even more, man. So this is an amazing chapter, and it's going to tie in even more better to next week when we actually get the moment of truth and stuff. And if Miyuki convinces him, like, it's gonna be, like I say it every time, like, we're gonna get like masterclass chapters, but I really truly feel like this is gonna be one of those chapters that we look back on and go like, damn, like Akasaka really is the GOAT. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below regarding this week's chapter of Kaguya-sama. Let me know how you guys feel about the whole thing in regards to what we learned now more about Nayotake's character, and then how Gan'an kind of like handled the situation in terms of how he took care of Nayotake to how he handled things with Kaguya. Has there anything that changed in the way you view Gan'an's character so far? And the stuff regarding Miyuki, like, I bring up the stuff again with the mom and all that. Like, were those things that ever factored into your mind reading this chapter? And then, like, just like, you can understand why Miyuki feels so passionate about it. Not just for the sake also for Kaguya and like what she went through, but that, again, the attachment to what happened to him in the past with his own mom and how his dad was there for him. Like, if you felt that as well, let me know down in the comments. And what do you foresee in regards to this confrontation, this one-on-one battle between father and son-in-law potentially going at it? Let me know down in the comments. If there's anything I might have missed out on or anything you want to clarify down in the comments, feel free to do so. But like the video if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be a part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Kaguya-sama week in, week out, the time is now, man. Like this, if you're still wondering, am I here weekly? For God's sake, man, do it. Stop waiting. Stop putting on hold. If I'm suffering and winning, you got to do the same. All right? There is no middle ground. Like, there technically is, but regardless of that, if you want to be here for the greatness every week, the time is now. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell Shandor to see if everything goes on the channel. With that being said, I will catch you guys for 253 next week. Hopefully, chapter will be out early as well, because I want this to be on my mind all day when I go to work and stuff. And just think of the fact that Akasaka is a brilliant author. He's also sick in the head, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Commodore last signing off. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care.
Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team, yeah, yeah.